One of the most important roles that the Rhode Island Farm Bureau plays for farmers in Rhode Island, and for that matter all the farm bureaus across the United States, is that we lobby the Rhode Island General Assembly. We lobby the General Assembly on behalf of the farmers. We introduce legislation that we think will be helpful to them, and we go against legislation that we think can be harmful to farmers. This year we're really putting a full court press on trying to get our inheritance tax legislation passed. As you probably know, if you inherit any land in Rhode Island, or if you inherit any property for that matter, it's appraised at its full and fair market value. And that includes farmland. Now, the full and fair market value of farmland is house lots. So if you appraise a farm as house lots, the value of that farm is probably about 8 or 9 times more than it would be as farmland. So just about every single farm in Rhode Island that is inherited is worth millions of dollars. And farmers have to pay an inheritance tax that can be as high as $500,000 on some of that land, or all of that land I should say. So what they are forced to do is they are forced to sell part of the farm in order to pay the inheritance taxes. Now we feel this is penny wise and pound foolish. Because what happens is, sure, the state gets a quick infusion of cash, a one-time infusion of cash, but the farmer has to sell part of the farmland to pay that tax. And the result is houses go up. And we have statistics that show that it costs about $1.25 in services for every dollar that is collected from homeowners. So therefore it costs cities and towns to have houses in their towns. And that's going to be in perpetuity, as they say. It's going to be forever. So the state gets that one shot of cash, and then the cities and towns forever have to support the houses that are built up. We have statistics that show that it costs less than 40 cents to support farms for every dollar collected. That's probably because it doesn't cost too much to educate cows or plants. So what are we doing here? Again, the state gets the quick infusion of cash, one-time infusion of cash, and then in perpetuity, cities and towns have to support the houses that go up. So ultimately, the government is going to lose money by putting this inheritance tax on farms. We believe that farmland should be appraised as farmland. If we keep appraising farmland as house lots, they're going to become house lots. So we appreciate your support in trying to get Bill 5036 passed in the House and Bill 18 passed in the Senate. The bill in the Senate is supported by Senator Walter Felag, and the bill in the House is supported by Representative Donna Walsh.